Welcome to another amazing video. Today's video is for our Formula One's fans and most importantly for the Max Verstappen's fans. We are going to talk about the top 10 most expensive things this racer owns, which might even cost more than your life. Before we get started about our video, we would like for you to hit that subscribe button and the tiny bell icon right next to it, just to make sure we keep you notified about our latest updates. Max Verstappen, the youngest phenom that the Formula One sport has ever witnessed, has took over this sport as soon as he started his career back in 2016. The driver who won his debut Formula One Grand Prix in Barcelona started to make his name as soon as he stepped foot into Formula One racing for Red Bull. Max is the son of former Formula One driver Joe Verstappen, so it was not that hard to outshine his opponents from such a young age. Max started from Toro Rosso and was immediately took by Red Bull, and now he's been racing for Red Bull for 7 successive seasons and counting. Max is one of the highest paid drivers in the Formula One sports. Max recently won the 2021 Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi and has 60 podiums to his name. He has won 20 Grand Prix in total throughout his career, and he's just 24. With a young heart and a rich bank account, having the net worth of almost $60 million, the racer surely bought a lot of expensive items for himself, and we cannot blame him. Here are the top 10 most expensive items owned by Max Verstappen. Number 1. Aston Martins. Well, what do you expect from a race car driver of the fastest cars in the Formula One world? Of course, he is into cars, and Max has proven that from his unique collection of very expensive cars, we can surely say that every youngster in our audience right now also has a special place in his heart for luxurious cars. Let's look at the collection of Max Verstappen's Aston Martins. Max seems to be a huge lover of the Aston Martin motors, as he owns the following Aston Martin cars: Aston Martin DB11, Aston Martin Vantage, Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, and Aston Martin Valkyrie. Number 2. Ferraris. Max is also a big fan of Ferrari motors, and he owns the vintage Ferrari Monza SP2, which costs around $1.8 million. Another product of Ferrari owned by Max Verstappen is the Ferrari 488 Pista, priced at $0.3 million. Max loves to drive around in his Ferraris and has been spotted in them on many occasions. Apart from these two brands, Max also has a collection of some other top-most companies, and that collection starts from the famous Renault RS1. Max loves this car a lot, and he was seen to be appreciating it in an interview as well. Max also owns a car from his rival's brand, for which we cannot blame him, as Mercedes does have legendary products, and Max chose to have one in his possession. Max bought the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, Renault RS1, Porsche 911 GT3 RS, Mercedes-Benz C63 SAMG. Number 3. Apartment. When Max first started racing, he had to go back to Belgium every time after the race, but after he rose to fame quickly, he decided to settle in Monaco, where he owns an apartment worth $16 million. Max is not the first driver to choose Monte Carlo as his home. His top-most rival Lewis Hamilton also lives there. Max and his mother choose the interior designing for the entire mansion to make sure that they feel at home whenever they are living there. Max now lives there with his girlfriend, the daughter of the famous Formula One legend Nelson Piquet, Kelly Piquet. She herself is a Brazilian model. Number 4. Private jet. Being a Formula One driver, Max frequently has to travel for his races, which take place all over the world. To make the trip to those places as comfortable as possible, Max bought a private jet worth $12 million just in the year 2020. The jet is Falcon 900EX, and just to keep the beast every year, it costs $1 million. This flying beauty was constructed back in 2008 and has never disappointed Max whenever he wanted to fly out to any place. He can always count on his jet. Number 5. Watches. Max Verstappen also has a great eye for watches. Being one of the biggest stars of the Formula One sports, the driver makes sure that he does not miss out on anything on his style. Max was even gifted a specially designed watch for him by TAG Heuer, as TAG Heuer is the sponsor of Red Bull. Max seems to be inseparable from his TAG Heuer Monaco Titan watch, which costs almost $10,000. Max does not like to wear watches during his races, as the driver claims that every single item counts during the race, and that watch can be the cause of weighing him down. This shows the amount of dedication the driver has for racing. Number 6. Jet ski. Max has been spotted various times having a good time in his Red Bull-sponsored jet ski near his Monaco apartment. The youngster finds his peace in jet skiing through the Monaco waves, and his fans love the images taken of him skiing in the waves near his apartment. Max was also spotted once riding the waves with famous DJ Martin Garrix. The two stars seem to be very close friends. The youngster is living the dream, having the dream hobbies to keep his calm after the races by surrounding himself in the water riding his jet ski. Number 7. Yacht. As we just showed you the love Max has for being in the water after his races in his jet ski, well, the jet ski is not the only thing that the star likes to be in when riding through the waves. Earlier in the year 2021, Max bought himself a fancy yacht that cost around $6 million. The luxurious boat is a 20-foot Sawyer yacht named Bagheri, which has room for almost 9 guests and its own jacuzzi. Max really knows how to spend his money for the sake of his happiness. After winning the Formula One Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi, Max was seen celebrating his win on his yacht. Max loves to take a ride of his jet ski and then come back to his yacht to relax under the sunlight surrounded by the water. Number 8. Porsche 911 GT3 RS. One of the possessions that Verstappen loves with whole heart is this hot Porsche 911 GT3 RS with a crazy price tag of $350,000. This is an important car for him, as this is the first expensive thing he bought after his amazing debut at the Red Bull Racing in 2016. This fire baby has got a 4.0-liter flat-6 engine and a crazy horsepower of 520 horsepower. It can hit 60 miles per hour in just 3.0 seconds, with a top speed of 193 miles per hour. Number 9. Renault RS 01. Yep. This one is gonna be the car. I mean, why not? Our F1 racer's whole life is dedicated to wheels, so why not buy them? So it was a Renault-sponsored event in May 2015 when Max witnessed the beauty of this car, and it left a lasting impression on him. He finally purchased this car with a whopping price tag of $400,000. This baby is the most powerful and expensive car made by Renault that is not based on a production vehicle. It takes around 5 months to make just one car. That's why this speeder is also a popular collection item. Number 10. Holiday destinations. One thing Max is surely an expert in besides his racing skills off course is partying. Max knows how to K off all that pressure by going to the most exciting places, which makes the youngster forget all the tensions. Max loves to spend as much time as possible being surrounded by the people he seems to love the most. Max once stated that, "I am not bothered so much, and I can do what I want." Occasionally, it is nice to be in a place where people do not recognize you. Every star loves to enjoy a break from all their fame in places where there are no cameras on them or everything becomes about them all of a sudden when they do not want it. So that was all for today's video. We are sure that you love these facts about the young fanatic. Do not forget to tell us in the comments that what possession owned by Max caught your attention the most. What is that one thing that Max owns that you would love to have as well? We can comfortably say that Max is destined to change the history of this sport even more in the coming years. The champion is just 24 years old, and he has many more years to offer to Formula One. So with all that, we have come to an end. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more amazing and insightful uploads. Until next time.